All right, so we rolled actually the same encounter that we rolled earlier in the dungeons. We have 2 bandits out and a warlock, and we're going to get into some combat here. So let's roll a scenario die to begin. All right, a 2 to begin here. So we're going to go to the bag. All right, first up is going to be this bad guy. He is a magic user. So he would activate first. Let's check out his behavior and see what he would do. So he's not adjacent. He doesn't have line of sight, I don't believe. Cast some random magic. He's got 2 ranged spells, slow and blind. He's got vampiric touch for his close combat skill, and he's got summon demon. I guess he could technically have line of sight here. Let's see if those fountains block line of sight. So it's just -10 to hit. So I would say yes, he has line of sight here. Probably on Neely more than anybody. So he's going to cast some random magic, and the type of magic would be a D6. Ranged, against, or support. So, yeah. So here we go. So it's 5, so he's going to cast his support spell, meaning he would cast that summon demon, unfortunately. And it says he can cast spells using his range skill as the skill value, so he'd have to get within a 45 for this to successfully go off. Okay, so let's go ahead and roll that. So 45. 91 will be a miss. He is not going to successfully cast that spell, thankfully. I think we did that right. It's not a ranged spell, but it says here on the Warlock card that he may cast spells using the ranged skill value, so I'm assuming he would need to. Which is good, because I don't really want to see any demons right now. Okay. Off we go here. Oh, another bad guy. Okay. Bad draws there to begin. These are humanoids with close combat weapons. Going to move towards the closest hero with their movement, which is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they would probably just do it again. So if within movement spaces, which they now are, but not adjacent, roll a d6. So on a 5, they're going to do a charge attack of the closest hero here. Okay. Yeah, charge is 2, so they would just move in, I think. Because they rolled charge attack, they could have parried stance on the 1, but we'll just go to move to 1 here. Okay. Next up. Oh my gosh, the last bandit. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see if they charge or go into parry stance. 3. Sorry, not charge, move. They would move as well. 1. Oh gosh, can't get to the Warlock. That's scary. All right. Okay, I shifted things just a little bit so we could see these rolls a little better. All right, we are now up. Our heroes can activate. So who do we want to go first? I feel like we need to just focus fire on one. So who do we want that to be? And I did pause in between this last session and this one, and I think I may have bumped my health, but I'll go back through as I'm editing and make sure that Neely has full health here. I know we healed Bomber in the last video, but I'm hoping that we have full health for our dwarf as well. We'll make sure all that's notated if things change. So, that being said, I think Neely will go. And we will just go ahead and smack the guy right in front of us if possible. And maybe we... do we shove here to make room? No, I'm kind of okay with our barricade here. Yeah, let's just leave it like it is. All right. So Neely is only going to get a 45% chance to hit here, unfortunately, because these guys have a -5 and then shield, so that's a total of 10. So 45% chance to hit here. We rolled a 1. Beautiful. That's a crit. So we'll get to reroll damage. And we'll get to increase our combat skill. That's great. Neely really needs it. All right, so first damage roll, 3 or a 5. We'll go 5. We're at +2 here, so it's a total of 7, but -2 because of armor. So that guy will actually get 5 wounds. Put those right here. Second attack. Now a 46 to hit. And we have 87. Not as good at all. Do we use our luck? No, we'll save it. All right, that's 2 moves for him. I don't know, I'm going to the bag. All the enemies have activated. Let's activate Bomber. All right, he needs a 58 to hit here with his short sword. Oh, close to a crit, but with a 6 he will hit. We're attacking the same guy, attacking diagonally here. A d6. Max damage, but -2 will hit for 4, so he's got 9 wounds on him. Okay, so I think with our second move here, we're going to roll for a shove. And what that means is we can close ground and hopefully make room for Dorlin to do some damage as well. Okay. So we need to roll higher than the target's dex. Their dex is a 30. So we need to roll above a 30 if I'm understanding this correctly. So you can shove another adjacent model that does not have a large special roll by rolling higher than the target's dex. A character with a damage bonus may add successful shoving model and move back 1 space. Okay, let's try it. We need to roll higher than a 30 here. Shove this guy back, and we'll make room for Doralan and or Monty. Otherwise, they're not really going to do much. So here we go. 69. So that is a successful shove. They're shoved back there. We can occupy the space that was vacated. And now we've made room. All right, so we have 2 other heroes that can go here. This guy's wounded. What does he want to do? We'll move to here. And we'll fire off 2 arrows with Eagle's Eye. Hunter's Eye, I'm sorry. First one, we need a 70 for both. First one's a 36. Second one, a 3. So a crit. Beautiful. Okay, so let's do the crit first. We'll roll twice. 7 or a 9. We'll take the 9. And we're going to pierce one of those armor, so it's 9 minus 1, meaning 8 damage to the other bandit. Also wounded now. Second damage is going to be just a d10 and minus 2, but piercing 1. Okay. A 6 would be minus 2 to 4, but it's actually just minus 1, so 5 more damage on the 8 already done. Means we've killed a bandit. Wonderful. A good use of Hunter's Eye there, finally. Okay, and we've made room for Monty to do something. What shall it be? I don't recall whether we can move through diagonal spaces. Yeah, a model may move diagonally, even diagonally between friendly models. Awesome. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go. Whoops. Oh, goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4. And maybe we'll try to shoot a flare at the fellow practitioner of magic. I think we try that. Or we could just Hand of Death and have 1 less hero to activate there. Yeah, I think, I don't know. Because if like we get to go before the Warlock, I'm not worried. But if he gets to go first and he summons a demon, that prolongs the combat. But only 1 thing to activate feels really good as well. I'm not sure which one to go for. Probably get rid of the activation. That's what I'm thinking. We probably get rid of the last bandit if possible. Okay. That's 2 rolls. 2 rolls. We have just enough. Let's just shoot the flare. We have just enough mana to do so, and it's just 1 roll. So let's do that. I may regret this, but okay. We're not shooting through the fountain. We're kind of, well, I guess we would be. So minus 10 because of the fountain. Let me change my camera here a little bit again. Get up here. All right. Shooting at that guy with a flare. Minus 10 because of the fountain. Anything to hit on the Warlock. Minus 5. So minus 15. But we don't need to roll to hit. We just need Arcane Arts to go off. Because this is just a magic missile. Arcane Arts is 73. We're going to just We're going to take away 8. So we need a 65 for this to go off here. 65 for the flare. And we got 31. So successful flare. We're going to be nearly out of mana here. 1 mana left. Let's just roll damage. We get a +1. No armor. So max we could do is just 9. Okay. So D8 +1. 4 total. Okay. That helps. Third of his health is now gone. All right, let's reset. Put everything in the bag. All right, scenario die roll coming out. 2. And we have 2 enemies, 4 heroes standing. They have 5 tokens in the bag. Who's up? Good guy. Okay. Is Monty just gonna smack somebody with a staff? Why not? We need to make room anyway. 1, 2, 3. Let's roll with our staff. That's all we have. We're out of mana. Combat skills 34. It's a long shot here. Oh my gosh. 23 to hit. Minus the 5. We're still within the threshold. So we needed a 29. Oh boy. All right, we're going to roll damage on our staff. It's a D8. 1. Well, that kind of tracks. Every little bit helps, I guess. He's at 5 out of 12 down. All right. Oh, now he's going to go. Okay. We burned an AP because he's going to move out of the way because he's adjacent to a hero. Or actually, no, we got to roll to see if he does that, actually, because he does have a close combat spell. All right. It's a 2, so he'll move up to movement away, but stay within line of sight. He's got line of sight the whole place, so I don't know, maybe 1, 2, 3. It's his movement. 4. He'll say he kind of moves down here. And he's got another action point. So you would cast a random magic spell, ranged or support. Let's roll a d6, see which one. He'd roll the support. Oh no, so he's possibly gonna summon that demon. All right, so let's roll his range skill check. Needs a 45. Or yeah, 45. 63, okay. No demon. Whew. All right, that's his goes. He's really trying hard, but he's rattled. All right, so 1 bandit to go, 3 more heroes to go. And I think we need to take out the bandit first, so because if Dorlin can only move, he'd still be adjacent and couldn't shoot at the Warlock. So we need to try to take the other guy out. Who's up? Okay, one of our guys. And what are we looking at here? 5. Oh, he's really close. 9 out of 12. I think we start with Bomber, because he's right there. And then we'll assess. All right, Bomber's making 2 attacks. He's looking at at a 58 total to hit here. Could rotate around, I guess. Get a better chance to hit and ignore the armor. Or is the 2 rolls better? Yeah, why not? We'll rotate around. 1, 2, 3. Get a plus 20. Really just a plus 10. Ignore armor. Because of backstabber. Alright, so it's a 78% chance to hit here. Crit. Awesome. Not a crit, but under 10. Still really good. So the damage just goes through. We're ignoring armor here. 4. Is that enough? I think so. Yeah, he's at 9, so 13 total will take him out. Beautiful. All right, so he didn't even get to go. So now we've just got 2 heroes that can try to get in faces. Neely will go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Thorlin will move and reload. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shoot over fountain. Where's his face? That's it. It looks a little Doctor Strangey. It's kind of cool. But he moved this way, and let's say, yeah, we'll say he just kind of moved there. All right. So he's reloaded. He's going to take a shot here. So minus 15 because we have a minus 5 on the Warlock card, as well as shooting through the fountain, which means we're looking at a 65 to hit here. Not great, but all right, 65, 51. Yes, that'll do. Let's roll some damage. What do we have here? Just straight damage, no armor or anything. 5. I think that's enough. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, he only has 5, so he's still at 10. Okay. Still at 10. Ah. Do we reroll that damage? No, I don't think so. It's decent. It could be worse. So he's at 10 total out of his 12. He's wounded, which is good. So he couldn't summon a demon because he would need to cast that with 2 action points. So that's good. All right, we're done here. Everybody is activated. Do we drink the fountain water? That's what I'm really thinking about. I know it's probably going to be terrible, but like that kind of stuff is so fun. I just want to do it. I just want to poke the bear. All right. Roll out here. 8. All right, we get to go. So I think we just rotate around here. Or is it? Yeah, we'll just stay here. We won't do overkill. Well, Neely kind of stinks. So we'll rotate around with 1 action and roll once at plus 20. Hopefully just do 2 damage. All right, so it would be a 76, but we're minus 5. So it is a 71% chance to hit here with Slate Strike. 8. All right. This should do it, right? We can't roll. I guess we could roll a 1 and still not do it. But we're at plus 2. No, yeah, we're fine. We're good. Yep, 9 damage. All right, now that this group of adversaries has been defeated, we can go ahead and roll for streamlined treasure checking. The Warlock is on a T4, and the 2 bandits will be T1. So let's grab our D10. Roll for the Warlock. Here's his treasure table right here. And we rolled a 3, which means we get a random scroll, okay? And then on T1, twice, on a 3, we get 10 coins. For the other guy, 20 coins, so a total of 30 coins there. So we'll roll for the random scroll and add 30 coins to the kitty. All right, so here's our spell table. We'll roll D100. And we got an 83, meaning we have found a scroll of Summon Demon. That makes sense, that's what he had. So we'll make a note of that and move on to a new round. All right, so let's go ahead and roll a scenario die roll here. We've got a 4, and we'll begin a round. First and foremost, we'll have Bomber move in here and close the door. 1, 2. Second action is close the door. Using a lot of our door minis for this scenario. Probably, if we have to end up going this way, we'll probably have to burn an AP to move through here again, but that's okay. All right, now we decide what to do with this fountain. We can search it for 2 AP. We can also drink from it. And only 1 roll is necessary for the entire party if we drink from it for an alchemical roll, which is what happens on a 9 or a 10. Let's see. Do we risk it? Good things can happen here. We could get energy back and heal. Everyone's in decent shape. All right, let's search first. Let's have, who's got their highest alchemical? 22 is Dorland's, 11 is Bomber's, and Monty's got a 30. We're not great at alchemy at all. All right, well, let's search first. We'll do Dorland. He'll roll a D10 to search. On a 1, someone has seen fit to leave a fine treasure by the fountain. Awesome. Also got to increase our threat. Got to remember to do that. So let's draw a fine treasure. And what do we have here? An axe. There's some cuts in the edge of the axe, but the balance is fine. We can get this glare off. But the grip is really comfortable, and it could surely come in handy. Okay, durability roll for it. It's lost 3 hits. And we'll roll a d3 to see which kind of axe we find. Battle axe, great axe, or a halberd. So second half, it's a halberd. Okay, it's worth 150. Does a d12 damage. Encumbrance of 20. Getting close to strength thresholds on a lot of these folks. Okay, Neely can take it. It's worth 150 coins though, that's good. All right, does Monty want to drink? Sure, why not? I might get a disease here, but it's fun. This is what's fun about these games. All right, so we need a d10 roll. And if we get a 9 or 10, we have to roll alchemy. or become diseased. And it says 1 roll is needed for the entire party. If we roll a 9, or that's under the 9 and 10 section, but I'm just going to do 1 roll for everybody. We'll say everybody drinks or no one does. Well, no, well, maybe we don't want everyone to be diseased. Yeah, maybe not. Oh, I'm not sure. Who would need the health? Bomber would. So you know what? We'll backtrack a little bit. We'll say he moved this, and then Bomber can drink. All right, so let's roll a d10. A 6. Nothing happens. Okay. Fair enough. So we could just have Neely go open this door. Spend an action to do so. Increase our threat up to 6. Let's roll to see if it's trapped or locked. Here we go. A 1 and a 10, so it is not trapped. It is locked, and again, a crazy, powerful lock here on this door. All right, so say Monty searched, Bomber drank, and I don't know if that's 1 action point or 2. Let's see. Yeah, Bomber could heal himself, but he needs 2 action points to do it. All right, we'll end the round there. One. And new actions. We'll move here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Go 1, 2. We'll pick a lock for 1 action point since we have quick fingers. All right, let's make a lock picking check. 68 is what we need here. Got an 81, so that's going to be a miss, unfortunately. I think we lose the lockpick there. So indeed, our lockpick is lost. So we have 1 more in a quick slot for Bomber, but I think until then, that's really all we can do on this round. Don't really want to start smacking doors because that seems loud. And it is loud. It'll increase our threat. So let's go ahead and start a new round. All right, got a 3 on that die. And let's start with some actions. I think first and foremost, what we want to do is move Monty 1 so he can get close to Bomber Berry Hill, and then they will each lose an action point, and Monty will heal. So let's roll a heal check. He's got bandages in his quick slot. His heal is a 60. Here we go. 44. So we'll be able to heal successfully. The rag, I believe, is a d6. Let's actually say we moved him right here so he's close to the door. Oh, just a d4. Actually, so he's going to go from 7 to, 4. Up to 11. Okay. Get rid of an old rag there. Actually, they are able to heal up to 3 times. So we've used just 1 out of those 3. Okay, next up, I think we'll try to use 1 action point for Bomber And pick this lock again. We have more lock picks in our backpack, but nothing else in the quick slot. Needs a 68 here. 63. Okay, so this lock is successfully picked. We'll be able to open this door. And what have we found? A corridor. Oh, party comes across a stair leading upwards into darkness. The steps are slippery. Oh boy, okay. But warn, this must be a widely used passage. Okay, take 4 more cards from the pile of unused cards and add them to the middle of the pile. Oh dear. That's not fun. Okay. All right, here is our new corridor. Let's go ahead and roll to see if we have an encounter. We have a 30% chance, so a 1 to a 30 will give us an encounter. And I'm right here on the edge of my table. I made some more space kind of this way. So what we'll do is we'll keep exploring kind of over here. So the background might look, but this is a sprawling dungeon. All right, here's our encounter check. 49. Okay, so first time no encounter. Will increase that chance by 10 next time. And I think we're only supposed to rest if we are on a current tile, but I might fudge that a little bit and put everyone right here and rest before we move up to the next little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and rest solely really because I don't know if these guys can squeeze past the door like this, but I might go ahead and let them. 1, 2, 3, 4, right here on the edge. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that'll be their go. Start a new round. 8. Okay, now we'll move up and rest. Actually, we'll have him move back. We'll kind of arrange everybody like this. And now we're resting. There's a door and right off screen here. We'll rest to get mana back. Okay, so we rolled a 1 on our threat roll check, and I think I've done this a couple different ways, but we did roll a 1, so we need to roll a d10 and see what happens. All right, so on a 7, a wandering monster has appeared, so we'll put him at the beginning of the dungeon. He's got a lot of closed doors in between them. Okay. Everyone's at full health now. We'll roll for energy. First up is Monty. He's got 2 missing. He doesn't get any back. Dorlan gets 1 back. Bomber gets none back, and Neely's still at full. That's some bad energy rolls there. Okay, Wandering Monster's gonna move 3 times. We'll get all mana back. All right, so we'll say it loses 1 movement because of a closed door. Let's see what happens next. Yep, so the door is now opened. Then we'll move 4. And we'll see which direction it goes. 5. And it'll get blocked for the next one. Okay, another door. All right, rest is over, and we'll start a new round. All right, so at the start of a new round, let's roll a d10. It's a 10, so we need to roll against our threat. Our threat is currently 3, and we got a 6, so no need to roll there. We'll increase threat. And we're going to try to open a door. Again, we're saying there's a door kind of right here because we're at the edge of the table. There's a precipice down there. So let's go ahead and roll a d6 and a d10 to see if this door is locked. And then I'm going to kind of move the camera, find us some more space. So here we go. Right, so on a 7, we do have a locked door, but it has fairly low difficulty. We needed to decrease that last door by 20, our lock pick by 20. We may not have been able to pick that lock last time. Just now realizing. All right, so new round starts, scenario die, 3. And let's go ahead and try to pick a lock with Bomber. This is a normal difficulty lock. Again, we should have checked our roll on that last one because we increased the difficulty when we have a different lock. But this is just a normal lock, so we just roll straight lock picking skills. And we can do this for 1 action point. On a fail, we lose our lock pick, so we have 2 chances here, really. So we need a 68. Okay, and we rolled a 5, which is a critical success. So we're going to be able to open this next door. So let's see what we have to see here. We've put more cards in this stack now. All right, we've got a small study. Let's try to get this to focus here. The room has a stained wooden floor, and it seems to be some kind of study. There is a table along the wall and a bookshelf along the opposite wall. Besides the table, there's a small chest. The table, chest, and bookshelf all can be searched. Okay, but this has, interestingly... Oop, there we go. Okay, camera's freaking out. One door, so we can only exit out of this way here. So we found a dead end, which is interesting. But let's go ahead and get the small study, and we'll go from there. Okay, here is our room, and we're saying their heroes are just hanging out right here. In fact, I'll go ahead and move them here. We've used 1 AP for the entire party. I'm just running out of room here, so since this is just kind of a dead end, we're going to move all the cards to the bottom of the other stack, and it's just about as big as it was when we started. But let's deal with this room first. We have a 60% chance to find an encounter here, and then we'll start backtracking. So 70. Okay, so another empty room, which I'm kind of okay with because we have some ground to cover. All right, so we know that we have a table, chest, and a bookshelf that can all be searched. So let's start moving people in here. Bomber's going up to the table. Dorland's moving to the... I'm sorry, Bomber's moving to the chest. Dorland's moving table. Monty's going bookshelf. Neely's keeping watch. Okay, new round. 2. All right, first up, let's have the table be searched. It says table. We've got a dining table on the treasure table and a drawer. We have study table. That's the one, because this is a small study. Okay, 1 to 4, we'll find a mundane treasure. Oh, what am I doing? Rolling. I'm like, we'll absolutely get something if we roll a d4. Apologies. 1 to 4. 10. So nothing in the study table. Monty's gonna search a shelf here. 1-1, so we found a fine treasure. Awesome. Let's see what it is. Blunt weapon. It appears to have been done by a skilled blacksmith, based on intricate designs running along the handle. So roll a d2, basically a d6. See what kind it is here. First half will be a morning star, second half will be a flail. It's a flail. It has full durability, because it's a d4 -1. May have read that wrong on our axe earlier, actually. And we'll go ahead and make a note of that. It's pretty heavy too, it's 20. We might not be able to carry it. Yeah, it's pretty heavy. Lots of stuff though. I want to be able to sell it all. We'll figure that out, who can carry that. Finding all the heavy weapons. Let's see what happens here when our encumbrance. All right, so we can hold it, but just be at a -10 on all skills and stats. So let's go with melee. You can hold it. But we're getting close to his max here. Actually, I don't think he can carry it because that would be over his +15 to his strength. He couldn't carry more than 61. And that would be right at 61. All right, so he's maxed out. He's already pretty rough, but it's kind of fun to have a pack mule. All right, and lastly, we're gonna check this chest here. So we need to make a locked and trapped check for this, just as we would with a door. We're gonna increase our threat real time. Oh, we also needed to move our wandering monster last time. I don't believe we did that. So was his door open? It was. He will move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which way? He'll go backwards. That's good. Okay, so threats increase. We're going to see if this chest is trapped. It is not. Let's see if it's locked. It is not. Okay, so it's just open to us. All these doors, they assumed the chest would be okay. All right, and we're almost out of space again. So we'll see here. We've rolled a 6 in a chest. That means we found another fine treasure. So we found a ranged weapon now. A fine ranged weapon ready to wreak havoc on your enemy. These aren't nearly as heavy. Crossbow is 15. And it has 3 points of durability damage. Who can take 15 more? Do we really want to carry all this stuff? Why not? Oh, that's scary to take all these roll hits, but it's also awesome to finally find loot. All right, wandering monsters. Neely, I guess Neely will start moving back. Double move here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got nowhere else to go. And that's it. Wandering monster moves back 4 spaces. 2, 3, 4. Let's see which way they move. Back towards us this time. We have a couple locked doors in between. Let's roll scenario. 1. We'll start movement. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, move the camera back to see the action here. Check the scenario die again. Oh, monster's got to move. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which way is he going? Forward. Scenario's good. And we'll move. 1, 2, 3. And open this door. Double move here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Monster will move and hit this door. Next round. Another 1. Move up. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Move up. Open a door. Increase threat. Locked and trapped. Not trapped. Not locked. Okay. Let's say we actually moved him first up here. Just a little bit. Backtracking here, let's see what the next card is. A large dining hall. Party enters a large dining hall that appears to be a large hall that appears to be a dining hall. There are several tables and chairs placed in the room, and in one corner is a large fireplace. It's difficult to say when it was last used, but the tables are filled with plates and food. Alongside the wall, 2 armored mannequins are covered in cobwebs. 3 tables in the room are considered dining tables for searching purposes, and the mannequins may also be searched. Okay, I'll get that out and complete setup and move on.